And here with Ned Barrier from Conroe Caney Creek. How you doing this afternoon, Coach?
Doing great, doing great. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How's your family holding up, having you around so much?
Uh, Doing a lot of chores, a lot of mowing, a lot of fertilizing, stuff like that. It's not normal being around the house this much, especially in the spring. It's usually the kind of the busy time of the year uh, for athletic directors and stuff with all the sports going on, and now it's a lot of time left on our hands.
So, with that said, of course, we're kind of in shutdown mode. But what are you doing to keep contact with your athletes and to keep them on point for when we do resume?
Weekly, we through our online Canvas system, we post workouts for them to do. Of course, they don't have access to weights or anything like that, so it's a lot of body-oriented push-ups, air squats, running, just things to various things that we can do to keep it changing for them and kind of give them a schedule, an idea of what to do on a basis, on a daily basis, and trying to just keep them in the best type of shape that we can. Last year getting here so late, we didn't really have an off season with them, and we had started off to a really good off season, getting stronger, and then this thing came, and now we're just trying to do whatever we can to maintain them in the best athletic shape that we can possibly uh, deal with right now. That's everybody's in the same boat. It's not something that's just happening here, but it's a struggle for everybody. As far as contacting our kids and talking to them, we do that on a position coach basis. Our position coaches reach out to those guys, have Zoom meetings with them, see how everything's going, just try to keep in, daily, weekly contact with their position groups, still talking. The football coach is still trying to talk football and keep that fresh in their mind and going over whatever X's and O's we can, seeing how the workouts are going, if there's anything else that we can help out with, as far as family needs and stuff like that.
So you mentioned coming in last year. You came over from Wallace Brazos, where you had taken over a program that hadn't made the playoffs since 2006, and then put them in the playoffs. Then um, now you're taking over a Caney Keep program that hadn't made the playoffs since 2006. Talk a little bit about that. What is it you look for to examine in a program to affect a turnaround? What kind of changes in culture, or what is it you do when you come into a new program that's in that has the history that Caney Creek has?
I don't have a magic wand. I don't have anything like that that's can mysteriously do something. We just kind of preach to compete and come to work every day. And the motto that we go by is no X, which stands for no excuses. Uh, we use it at Brazos, we use it here, and this is kind of a great fitting time right now for no X. We can't get to the weight room, you can't get better, you can't do stuff. All we can do is control ourselves and try to get better on a daily basis, and compete because there's people out there that are working right now. So we got to be working, and that's kind of the mindset philosophy that we're trying to change here. It's just on a daily basis. Don't worry about things that are out of your control. Just come in and go to work every day, and let's see what happens in the end.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite sayings is a coach can help you with your mistakes, but he can't help you with your excuses.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We just, there's things out of our control that a lot of people, especially now in this day and age, want to try to control things that they can't control, and we can't. And all we can do is control ourselves and the effort that we put in, and how hard we compete, and what our mindset is.
Okay, so let's be optimistic. We're going to get in the weight rooms in June or July. We're going to be out there practicing the first week of August. What can we look forward to from your Panthers. What are you gonna hang your hat on? Who are some of your stars that we're gonna read about the next day in the paper?
The thing that you can see with Caney Creek is we're a little bit more disciplined. We're coming out, we're playing harder. We have more kids that are gonna, really get out there and compete and get after it on a down-to-down, day-to-day basis. And we did a great job last year, I felt, throughout the season of getting better each week. Finding ways to get better, improving. Kids coming out with great mentalities, great work ethic, and getting better. And I hope you can see that again in this next year. We lost a great deal of seniors that really bought into our program and really made it really good for us as a first year. But we do have some returners coming back. We have Edgar Heredia, who was an all-district tight end and defensive tackle for us. He's going to have to play on both sides of the ball again and be an all-district top performer on both sides of the ball. Samuel Galaga, we played him at our fullback, our H-back, and played him at some linebacker. And he's going to have to step up for us big also. We got some valuable reps last year towards the end of the year when our starting quarterback got injured, hurt his shoulder, and we moved up sophomore Rowdy Sebastian to play quarterback and got to start 3 games for us. So he's going to come into this season kind of already seen everything. I mean, when you get to compete against Lufkin and Magnolia and some of those guys as a sophomore, then there ain't much out there that you hadn't seen. And he's going to come in here as a junior, I feel, and with that valuable experience gained, go ahead and step up and go, be ready to take the reins. We have a sophomore that got a lot of valuable experience, John Milo. He ran the ball for us a lot before Spencer Brandon got healthy and played a lot of valuable snaps for us on defense. And we're expecting a lot of things out of him. We have returning linebackers, Brandon Fernero, Brandon Greenshields. A lot of these kids they got a lot of valuable playing time, are going to come back, and, we're expecting some big things, some leadership from them. With the lack of preparation, the lack of time, it's going to be a lot of these kids' leadership that's going to get kids, lifting when we do open back up, get them up here lifting, running, being a part of the team and stuff like that. And we're going to count on their leadership to help us out in that regard.
All right. Well, thanks for your time today, Coach, and hope we can see your Panthers on the field this fall.
Hey, our fingers are crossed. I appreciate you having me, and hoping we can get back to normal as soon as possible.